Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Brian here, Tommy Fitzgerald, semi-casual show. You knew that because you already clicked on it and all that fun stuff. So
Absolutely, you know who we are, but you also know who this or what this truck is. This is one of the very first trucks we started working on. We're making a lot of progress today. Got a lot of parts to show you guys. It's finally all here.
they're all back there. Look at all that.
Exactly, so much fun stuff to get into. So we're gonna pull off the tanks today. You're taking them to...
We're gonna take the tanks off, and then I'm taking them to Nashville to Peter at Almost Chrome.
Yep.
And I'm gonna learn how to polish. And I've seen those guys. It's a lot of work. They get very dirty. I've never done it before, so that should be pretty interesting anyway.
I'm pretty excited to see how that goes. But yeah, follow along with us today. We're gonna show you how far we've gotten on this build.
And we're gonna show you some of these parts. It's gonna be cool. Let's go. You know, one thing we didn't mention is we just told everybody that we were polishing the tanks.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't tell them why, because that was kind of a big thing.
So the thing is, we originally wanted to paint the tanks. We heard a lot of you guys out there in the comments say that, you know what, painting the tanks on a Silver's truck is not going to really, 100% look right. So by popular demand, these tanks are now being polished. So
I mean, the majority of you guys on YouTube, you guys have said polish this stuff. So,
and that's one thing we want to do. We're going to listen to the comments as much as we absolutely can, and it seemed like majority rule was that you guys wanted polished tanks. So polished tanks it is, even though you guys can see from the factory, we've been planning on painting these tanks for a long time.
Yeah, show them real quick. There's a big difference in these. I know we just said we were going to go around the truck, but so that's how the tank came. And you can tell it's not very polished. And then you can come over here to this truck, and that's from the factory polished. There's a, see, you can see me. And over here, you cannot see me. I mean, there's a little bit, but there's not much. So,
yeah, big difference there. So, like I said, you guys influenced that, so now we're going to polish the tanks. My personal thing is, I think it's gonna look better anyway. You guys are probably right on that one. All right, so, cabin sleeper panels, these are already pre-installed. The reason you want to do that is because, as you can see, we are doing paint on these, and so you want to make sure that they are all fed up, so that way you're not doing modifications on something that's already painted. We've already taken the exhaust off. We have not installed a visor. The reason we hadn't installed the visor yet is because we're not really doing any kind of paint to the brackets or anything like that, so that can all be installed after they get the stripes put on the truck.
you just gave something away.
Do what?
We didn't tell them we were painting stripes on it yet.
Oh yeah, well, there's stripes being on the truck. So the stripes we're doing on the truck, if you guys want to know, we're doing the stripes at the same color as the frame, and
outlining them. We're outlining them in like a charcoal metallic, kind of a dark charcoal metallic. It's gonna look real cool.
Yeah, so it's a 3-stripe layout that Brian came up with. It looks really good. The top stripe's a little bit larger than the middle stripe, which is a little bit larger than the
I think you've got it on your phone. We could show it to him real quick.
Yeah, hold on, I can do that.
There is the idea behind the stretch rod.
Oh yeah.
It's a little easy Photoshop thing, but gives you guys an idea. You can see there's an outline, a dark outline there, and that'll be that charcoal. Should really make this truck look cool.
It'll wrap all the way around the back. This truck's gonna look really neat.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the paint job for sure.
Yeah. So as you can see, we kind of rendered on a visor and everything for this truck. Gonna do the window chops and everything like that. But if you guys want to, follow me.
Let's show you what parts we got. Look at all that stuff, Tommy.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna just give you guys a quick rundown of what's here, and then we got to get into taking these tanks off because we're running out of time. So what we got right here, we'll start left to right.
Okay.
We got our window chops. These go on the top of the
These go on the windows?
Yeah, on the top of the driver and passenger side window. Right here is we have the oil caps. You got your full straps.
These are like 2 inches wider than the factory strap.
Yep.
And they're gonna look really good on there.
This box right here is actually, that's our bumper. A little sneak peek at that 22-inch bumper.
22-inch bumper. It's gonna be super low to the ground.
All right, right here we have our drop visor. This is the one with the real close mount, so it's a lot like that slammed look. These actually have pictures on them. Those are nice enough to kind of give you guys a sneak peek of what that's gonna be.
So we'll be doing this whole setup. That's what this other box here is, but it'll have light up mud flap hangers and center panel.
Yep. These are our wheel covers
for the rear.
Yep. And then
these 2 big boxes.
These huge boxes are the big, massive Dynaflex exhaust stacks. This is the Dynaflex exhaust kit that's going to go onto this truck. It's going to look really super sweet. As you can see, like I said, we already taken the factory exhaust off, and now we need to take the tanks off. So let's get into that.
Yeah, let's go do it. Hey guys, right now, so before we start taking the tanks off, we've got to get the fuel out of it. That's pretty important. So the guys right now are sucking all the fuel out of both tanks, and as soon as that's done, me and Tommy are we're going to take these things off and get them to Nashville and get them polished. So instead of actually coming over to this tank and taking this dude out and sucking out this tank and that tank, what they do is they actually just pressurize this tank, which the crossover tube then pushes the fuel over to this tank here, and they're able to get all the fuel out of both tanks without having to move the container and everything else. First things first, before we can drop these tanks, I've got to disconnect the 2 fuel lines in here. You got your fuel sending unit plug, and there's probably, I think there's a ground in here somewhere too I got to take off. So we're gonna pull all these apart. We've already drained the tanks, obviously, and once we get this done, then we will we'll take these big bolts out of the top here, drop these straps down, and the tanks come right out. They don't weigh much, so they're actually real easy to do when they don't have fuel in them. There's the ones loose. Unplug the sending unit. There's that. This is our drain plug, which I need cutters. I gotta cut that zip tie off. Yeah, maybe.
That's really all I can find. And that specific toolbox. We're not really at our house here.
I hate to do that sometimes. So there you go. They're disconnected. We're done. All we gotta do now is if you want to take these nut bolts off the straps. There is not a ground on this one. I know there's a ground on the other side, so I guess that's the only side of the ground.
All right, well, we already got our transmission jack over there. Do you want to start on that tank?
Yeah, let's do it. That's all knocked out. Tommy has got the jack under these tanks. Again, the removal of these tanks is a pretty easy deal, obviously, because me and Tommy can do it with no problem. And they don't weigh that much. So once we're done, you know, I by myself can pick these up and put them in the back of the truck. They're all aluminum, and I mean, I work out. Not really. What is that?
Yes.
Fancy tool. Ooh,
Yeah.
sounds like she's got the horsepowers.
All the way out.
Have you done this before, Tommy?
No.
First time?
Yep.
You look like a pro.
Take a wild guess at how this goes. All right, so as you can see, the truck is a little more bare now. We've got all the tanks, you know, dropped off the truck. You can look under the truck there. You can kind of see
There's nothing there.
nothing there. Got a full bare frame.
She's real bare.
Bare now. So what we're gonna do is gonna strip this whole frame down, get it ready to paint pretty soon. Brian, you got a trip tomorrow that you gotta make, don't you?
I do. We got the guys. We got the tanks loaded up over here in the back of the dually, and I'm heading to Almost Chrome in Nashville, and I'm gonna try to make those shiny. I feel like this is gonna be more work than I really thought What do you think?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be fun at all. That's why I'm not going with you.
Just leaving this up to me.
Exactly.
Oh man. All right, guys. Here we are. Tanks are unloaded. We got the big tank on the table. This is the one that you're going to show me how to polish, right?
Yeah. We're going to work on this one. So first we're going to clean the tank off, then we're going to sand it and prep it, and then you're going to start cutting and polishing. So,
okay.
Time for you to put some gloves on, probably take your hat off.
You're going to get messed up?
Yeah, you're going to get dirty.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to change my hat and put some gloves on, and let's get to work.
We're going to start out with 320 grit, and then go to 400 grit, and then we're going to do a 600 grit wet sand with some quick cleaner. So to get this tank prepped and ready for Brian to get nasty.
So how long is this going to take me to sand, do you think?
Probably about 45 minutes to sand the whole tank.
Okay.
To do the end caps and everything should only take about 45 minutes, an hour at the most.
Okay, well, let's do it.
All right.
I've spent a little bit of time already sanding, and this is a tedious process.
Yeah. This is probably the most important process.
It
is. Yeah. Because it's all prep.
You said something earlier, 90% prep.
10% polish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same as paint and body. If the prep work's not done, the polish isn't going to be done. You know, you're going to have crappy polish if you have crappy prep work.
Yep.
So you've got your 320 and your 400 done. So now you're going to do your 600 grit wet sand.
Okay.
A little bit different process on wet sanding. So we're going to sand this until we create a mud. You know, like it's going to cake up.
Yeah, so I mean, because we're pulling aluminum off, and as we're doing it, it's catching into that water, and it's going to make a paste.
We're going to use a waterless wash to
Okay.
do that because it's got some detergent in it and it's got some extra lubricant in it.
Okay.
So, but you want to keep polishing through that or keep sanding through that paste.
Yep.
Until that paste is gone.
All right, so I've been on this section of sanding right here. You can see it's from here to here down this side of the tank. This is only one section of tank, and this has taken me probably 25 minutes to do. And I look over here, and Andrea's got the whole freaking tank sanded. If I'm not like the slowest person on the planet, I don't know. Because she's kicking my butt right now. I'm going to have to put it in high gear if I'm going to get this tank done before she's even like, she'll probably go to lunch, have this tank finished, and I'll be like halfway sanded. I don't know. What do you think, Peter?
Yeah, she's pretty good at what she does. she whoops most of us on a daily basis, so.
Now we got this sanded. Looks like Peter's got the polisher out.
Yep.
And you said you're gonna kind of test and see how well we did?
Yeah, I'm gonna test this one section here to see if we can get this stuff out.
Okay.
To see if it's gonna cut out, see if we need to make some adjustments, things like that. So
okay.
Kind of one of the processes that we do. Make sure we're on the right track.
That's just one pass, and you still, when you actually get to the whole polish inside of it, right? We go several different steps in the polishing.
Well, that's the cutting pass. So the last part of it now is just to color it.
Yeah.
She's done.
It looks awesome.
We'll put one more pass on that with a lighter compound.
Yep.
And really bring out the bright shine.
Yep.
Wipe it down. It's good. So.
Pretty neat to watch, like, all the sanding I just did come out shiny that quick, and it looks, I mean, guys, it's night and day difference. This is polished. This is what the tank looked like when it came in, because we haven't touched this yet. So as you can see, Peter's taking over on the sanding. I'm a little slow. I'm not the fastest in the world. These guys got way more experience and probably do it better than me anyway. So they're going to, from here, keep on sanding. We're going to film a little bit of this and get these things knocked out. All right, so the tanks are completely sanded now. This took, well, I'm slow, so that was a little bit longer. Peter came in and knocked it out pretty fast after the little bit that I got done. That is all the sandpaper we use to sand these tanks. There's a few more on the ground there. And now they're ready to polish, right?
Yeah, now we're ready to polish. Andrea's over here already got this one going.
We're trying to catch up to her. I don't think we're beating her.
No.
So.
And she's taking her time. That's the suck part about it is she's taking her time. So.
All right, let's get after it.
All right.
All right, so we're getting ready to polish. Peter, what's going on here? What am I using? And you kind of tell these guys about this setup, because you were sort of explaining to me that you're giving me a big, heavy pro model to use.
Yeah, you're here to learn, so we're going to let you learn. So you're going to be using a big 6,000 RPM, which for a new guy, a novice, that's not recommended at all. The buffs are not even rated for 6,000. They're rated for 3,200. So
I'm risking my safety today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. I mean,
wouldn't be the first time.
See, there you go. Welcome to our world. This is what, this is a 3,000 RPM, much slower, but would take a heck of a lot longer to actually get the job done. So, plus we use a 6,000 RPM to generate the right amount of heat on the part to get it to polish out. So, cool. There you have it. That's the difference.
And guys, look, I'm gonna pick this up. So this dude, not too big, not too heavy. This guy, though, when I grabbed it, is a significant difference. I'd say there's probably 6 pounds, 7 pounds difference, and that's a pretty significant number when your arms are held up going back and forth on this tank. So we'll see how long I can stand this for. This thing's pretty heavy. This is gonna.
It's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck. It's about a good angle there.
Yeah, but you want a back cut, so you need to go up some. Yeah, there you go. So now start your machine up and load a little bit more.
Okay.
On the buff, not on the part.
All right.
So there we go. 35-degree angle.
Yep.
Up, keep your lines tight.
Okay, so the sanding part was way easier than the grinder with the other deal on it.
The glasses are off.
My arms they're sore already. And I have like preconditions. I got like pins in my elbow and my hands all messed up and whatnot. So it makes it a little bit worse. But seriously, I would never want to arm wrestle this guy. I'm going to say his forearms are probably pretty serious.
And I'm a little bitty guy. So,
This is literally some work. Like you can tell the camera's kind of shaking because my arm's still shaking, and I've still got like 2 more passes to go here. Leave this to the professionals. Just let them do it.
You're scared of it, aren't you?
Now my hammer.
Yep. We'll just go ahead and cover this because there's going to be some people. Normally you would be wearing this.
I didn't want to wear that.
Just
too restrictive. I don't like it.
I offered.
Okay, so my face is real dirty. I've only done a section of about, I don't know, 18 inches? Is that 18 inches?
That's a foot and a half.
Foot and a half. I'm not gonna finish this because I want the truck to look good when it's done, and I'm not 100% sure that I could continue all the way through here and make it look right. So this is what I got done. Now on the camera, it looks pretty good. I mean, I can see myself. Hi. But watching Peter, I'm sure it will be much better. You can kind of like, even when I did it, like right there is like a transition. You can kind of tell right in here. I've watched how he does it, and his will be much smoother than how mine is. And I don't know, it's pretty cool though. I am glad I got to try this out. I definitely have a better appreciation for the men and women who do this on these trucks, because they make them look good, and it's hard work. It's definitely hard work. All right, guys, 7 hours later, and these tanks look amazing. Really no thanks to me. I only did a little bit.
He did fine. He really did. He did fine. Ish.
Yeah. He did way better. We're gonna get these things back to the shop, guys. We're gonna put them on the truck. I can't wait to see what they look like. I mean, you guys can tell just the reflection in this is super awesome. It's pretty cool. Look, you can see Peter in there.
We got the tanks back from Nashville. Brian did a little bit of work, just a little bit of work.
My arm hurts still a little bit.
I'm fairly certain I warned you that it was not going to be fun. I've never done it, but I just watch people do it, and it looks like it does.
I didn't hate it, but I'm not cut out to do that every day. I don't know how those dudes do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's not for me either. For the all day every day thing, I'll stick to selling trucks. That's what I do best.
So here's the thing. Those tanks are going to look great on the truck.
Oh, they're amazing. It's mirror finish. Everything looks so much better. I mean, just it doesn't get any better than that. The guys at Almost Chrome, they knocked it out of the park. I couldn't say enough positive about that, and it's going to look epic. So now this is all done. We're going to get these tanks unloaded. You guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, follow along. We have a bit of a surprise. We definitely took a right-hand turn.
Yeah. You guys saw Cash Money, and we kind of told you the deal with Cash Money. Things changed a little bit, maybe a lot, but you won't know until you watch the next video. So make sure you subscribe.
Like, subscribe. Also, give your input on what the name of this truck's supposed to be. The silver truck with the blue frame. It's up on the YouTube thing now.
I think we already picked it. I thought we were going to go with Silver Bullet.
I like Silver Bullet.
I like Silver Bullet.
Great.
All right, so it's Silver Bullet. We have the tanks for Silver Bullet here. Like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Semi Casual Show.
At Semi Casual Show on Instagram.
This is the longest ending of any video we've ever made.
Are y'all done yet?
No, not really.
All right, see ya.
I feel like I could get.